الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Nutritional Constituents by Professor Mahmoud Hani Sulaiman. Proteins. Proteins equal of first importance. They constitute 20% of body weight by structure. Most of functions of body from lifting to writing are done by proteins. Quick facts. Biologically complete proteins are egg and milk. Essential amino acids mentioned next slide are essential. They cannot be synthesized by the body. For premature babies, taurine and cysteine also are essential. These are called essential due to body cannot synthesize them in amount meat needs. Egg is held as a reference protein. It has high digestibility coefficient and biological value. Most plant proteins lack 1 to 2 essential amino acids. Cereals lack 2. Pulses lack 2 also. These amino acids limit food from being complete. Thus, these are called limiting amino acids. Imbalanced proteins, excessive consumption of leucine as in maize inhibits formation of tryptophan to niacin, leading to pellagra, which was common in Egypt. These are amino acids required by humans. Amino acids required by humans. Read it carefully. Evaluation of protein nutritional status by anthropometry and biochemical assessment. Biochemical assessment through serum albumin level more than 3.5 gram per deciliter, satisfactory nutrition. 2 to 3.5 moderate nutrition, less than 3 gram per deciliter indicates severe malnutrition. Serum transferrin is not very specific. It may decrease in many systemic disease. Evaluation of a protein digestibility coefficient is the percentage of ingested protein absorbed after complete digestion. Evaluation of protein nutritional status continued. Please read it. Biological value, gram of protein gives almost 6.25 milligram of nitrogen. Net protein utilization, NPU, protein efficiency ratio, amino acid score, evaluation of amount of protein intake, protein requirement. Please read. Protein requirement in grams per kilogram. For adult, 1 gram per kilogram. For pregnancy, 1 gram per kilogram plus 15 grams. First 6 months of lactation, 1 plus 25 grams. Second 6 months of lactation, 1 plus 18 grams. Preschool children, 1.2 to 2.3 grams per kilogram per day. Adolescents, 1.2 to 1.4 gram per kilogram per day. These are foods providing complementary amino acids. Foods providing complementary amino acids as plants. Read it carefully and use this list to describe the diet for yourself and your patients. Uses for amino acids. Please read. Glutamic acid, neurotransmitter. Tyrosine, catecholamine. Tryptophan, serotonin, and niacin. Glycine, purines, and pyrimidines. Cysteine, glutathione, and taurine. Methionine, choline, and creatine. Please read it carefully. Some common food proteins. Milk contains casein and beta-lactoglobulin. Eggs, ovalbumin, wheat, gluten, meat, myosin. Please read. Nitrogen balance. Humans cannot store excess amino acids not used for protein synthesis. They must be degraded and nitrogen eliminated in urine. In adults, dietary nitrogen requirements determined by need to replace obligatory losses. Once a true requirement is met, nitrogen balance will tend to remain close to zero. Protein quality, please read. Quality, digestibility, biological value. Digestibility of some proteins, please read. Lipids. Lipids are concentrated source of energy. They constitute 10 to 15% of body weight. Of these, 99% is in adipose tissue. Types of lipids: fatty acids, triglycerides, steroids, and phospholipids. Fatty acids may be classified as saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. Some definitions, please read. Lipids, fats, oils, which are liquid, fatty acids, building blocks for fats, triglyceride, esters of fatty acids with glycerol. Please read. Unsaturated fatty acids, functions: energy, storage, mobilization, and utilization. Prostaglandin, cytokine synthesis, cell differentiation and growth, cell membrane structure and myelination, signal transmission, hormone synthesis, bile acid synthesis. يبقى energy and manufacturing of these compounds. Essential fatty acids. Humans cannot synthesize double bonds within last 9 carbons of methyl end of any fatty acid chain. Fatty acids with double bonds in those locations must therefore come from diet and considered essential. They cannot be synthesized by the body. Thus, essential fatty acids are polyunsaturated. Only 2 fatty acids are essential: linoleic and alpha-linolenic. Linoleic and alpha-linolenic. Both are polyunsaturated. So, absolute requirements for fat in diet applies only to unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fats have some of these carbon acids double bonded. Unsaturated fats may be further classified as monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Furthermore, depending on location of double bond in fatty acid chain, unsaturated fatty acids are classified as omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acids. These PUFA reduce serum LDL, by forming esters of cholesterol and also form prostaglandins. The essential fatty acids are found in all vegetable oils except coconut oil, all vegetable oils, and eggs, milk, fat, fish oil. Recommended intake of unsaturated fat. Essential fatty acids, linoleic acid, must constitute about 10% of total calories. Alpha-linolenic acid must constitute about 1% of total calories. Diet should contain certain amount of preformed essential fatty acids. This can be achieved by consuming fatty fish twice a week. Sources of essential fatty acids: linoleic acid found in cottonseed oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, and corn oil. Alpha-linolenic acid in soybean, mustard, linseed, and walnut. What is omega business. The compound is an omega-3 fatty acid because double bond is over the third carbon beginning from the end. Balanced intake of omega-3 and omega-6 acids determines relative production of different prostaglandins. Balance between omega-3 and omega-6 is believed important for cardiovascular health. In Western societies, consuming large amounts of processed vegetable oils led to decreased amount of essential fatty acids with too much of omega-6 fatty acids relative to omega-3 fatty acids. Trans fat. All the double bonds in a natural fatty acids are cis isomers. Trans fat equal unsaturated fat with trans isomers bonds, rare in nature and created by industrial process called partial hydrogenation. Partial hydrogenation. Trans fats lead to accelerated atherogenesis. These lipids are favored by industry due to the resist rancidity, naturally present in small amounts, less than 1% of total calories in animal food sources, including human milk. Sources of lipids, please read animal fats, plant oils, and invisible fats. This graph shows percentage of saturated, polyunsaturated, monosaturated trans fats in common vegetable oils. These oils are canola, safflower, sunflower, corn, olive, soybean, peanut, lard, palm, butter, coconut. And here are the different percentages of these compounds: saturated fatty acids, monounsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, other fatty substances, and trans fats. Please read it carefully and use it for designing diet of yourself and your patients. Essential fatty acid deficiency will lead clinically to dermatitis, thrombocytopenia, increased susceptibility to infections, failure to thrive, history of low fat intake, laboratory serum triene, tetrene ratio more than 0.4. Tetrene ratio more than 0.4. Diseases caused by lipids: hyperlipidemia, hypolipidemia, and the requirement of lipids is about 30% of total energy intake. 50% is from plant source. Refined oil, please read. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates form bulk of food. Apart from generating energy, they are required for oxidation of fat. Oxidation of fat cannot happen without carbohydrates and synthesis of amino acids. The carbohydrate reserve in man, glycogen, is about half a kilo. Types of carbohydrates and their importance: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Please read and use it to design the diet. Dietary fibers. This is important. This special class of carbohydrates, cellulose, found in any vegetable, pectin, inulin, and plants, gums, mucilages are the chief dietary fibers. They are useful in decreasing colonic cancer, have a laxative action, and lowering cholesterol. By reducing peaks of insulin that occur after a high sugar meal, they also stop progression of type 2 diabetes mellitus and prediabetes. Carbohydrate requirement: 50 to 60% of total energy of the meal. There must be some dietary fibers. Vitamins. Here is very short table for nomenclature of vitamins from vitamin A till vitamin K. Please read. Vitamin deficiency, very short summary. Every vitamin, what will its deficiency will cause. This is a short summary for the data about vitamins. Vitamin, it contains vitamin, the function of each vitamin, dietary sources of each vitamin, and the daily required amount or dose. This is the continuation of this table. As I said, it is a short summary. The continuation of this short summary. Minerals. Also, this is a short summary about minerals required for humans. It contains the name of the dietary mineral, the dose for each mineral required daily, the source, and the deficiency, what can cause the disease, the deficiency cause it. So it contains potassium, chloride, sodium, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc. Please print this and use it for designing the diet. Also, iron, copper, iodine, fluorine, selenium, and molybdenum. Also, read it and use the data in this table to describe the diets for your patients. Antioxidants. As cellular metabolism energy production requires oxygen, it produces free radicals as superoxide as by a byproduct. For normal cellular maintenance, growth, and division, these free radicals must be sufficiently neutralized by antioxidants. Antioxidants produced in body from precursors, glutathione, vitamin C, or obtained in diet, vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin K. Phytochemicals are trace organic compounds found in colorful plants as soya, clover, spices, onion, tea, capsicum, and chilies. A major class of them are polyphenol antioxidants, chemicals which are known to provide health benefits to cardiovascular system and immune system. This is also a short summary for signs and symptoms of macro and macronutrient deficiency and the laboratory findings of them. The deficiency, the clinical feature, and the lab findings. Water. People have survived without food for ever increasing number of days. However, even a few days won't pass without water. RDA, the latest dietary reference intake report by US, recommended 2.7 of water for females and 3.7 for males. Specifically, of course, 2.7 liters and 3.7 liters. Specifically, pregnant and breastfeeding females need additional fluids to stay hydrated. وأقول الحمد لله و thank you for your good listening.